here. Thanks for stopping by my channel to see what I was up to. Well, I haven't been up to too much because I had taken my mom away on a girls' trip for a couple days. And you know, you just don't sleep that good away from home. So I do have a couple cards I've made over the past couple months that I haven't been able to show you because it was part of a design team for FarmQuest General Store Challenge blog, and I'm never allowed to show the cards until after it goes up on the blog. For the July card, I used this Echo Park paper pad, and it's a 12 by 12, so it's really hard to show you exactly, but I wanted to show you there is paper in here. It's right here. This card, I had seen this card and thought this would be a great background. So let me show you a card that I had made with this Echo Park pad. So here is the card. Isn't it cute? I fell in love with this puppy dog image. And so it is a digital stamp by QKR Stampede, and it's one that you can win when you do the FarmQuest General Store Challenge blog. Each month there's three images that you can win just by entering your card, and it's just a whole lot of fun. So I will drop that down in the description box in case you want to check it out. It's super easy to participate. But this, I watercolored that puppy dog and just put him in front of that little panel. Isn't it cute? I just popped it up on some foam dots. This ribbon I thought went really well with it. It's in there. So I thought that was fun. And then this past month, I had this owl image to do, and I colored that up with some alcohol markers and cut him out and popped him up. And I had this wonderful birthday sentiment from Stampin' Up, and it had some leaf paper that I just did some layering and did it in a circle. And this Stampin' Up has these Memories and More packs, and that's what this card base is from, and that's called, I think, peacock color. And I've been trying to get rid of some stickers. So I had some sticker, so I added those in there and put some enamel dots on it. And so this is fun, and I have been wanting to show you these cards. So I've enjoyed doing that. And then it brings me to the place where I've been out of town and I'm tired, you guys, and I just want to craft. But sometimes your brain doesn't really know what to do, if you know what I mean, to do a bunch. So I have gotten a bunch of Unity stamps from a haul I did in July, and I haven't used them all. And so I've stamped this on some watercolor paper, and I'm just going to play to watercolor it up. And then I will show you, I did 3 of them because I want to do them a little different, each one. This particular little stamp is called Special Delivery Mouse by Lisa Glanz. And they are having a sale of 60% off right now because I was cruising the site, checking it out to see what they have. And I really do like their stamps because these happen to be red rubber. These are the itty bitty, and they do have it where you can go through their itty bitty stamps, stamp sets. You can do it by animal. So I'm enjoying these Unity stamps that I had purchased. So I'm going to watercolor these up and show you where I'm at. So thank you for spending time with me. Oh my goodness, you guys, I've used all these different colors of ink to do my watercoloring, and I've been having fun with it. I decided to cut each one of them out a different way and color them up a little bit different. And here's my first one. I decided to fussy cut him out and do a little distress tea dye ink around him. He's looking cute. I made him a little brown mouse holding a little yellow can of flowers. And then I did this one, and I made him a little gray mouse with carrying, I was trying to make it look old. I don't know if I achieved that old look with my watercolors, but I used a bunch of different blue and a little gray. I decided to make purple flowers and a yellow banner and use some of the inks to make a ground and a sky. And then I used a ruffle shaped Stampin' Up! Die to cut that one out. And this one's my least favorite, but that's because I messed up the poor little guy's face. I had gotten a stray mark on his face, and trying to fix him like 3 times, I used one of these sand erasers and erased his face off and then tried to put it back in. But I don't know if you'd notice, maybe, if I didn't tell you. What do you think? I still want to use it. I decided to take a stamp, some different stamps, a grass stamp, and then I used some dots that are supposed to be like watercolor dots that I stamped around the background. So, of all of them, this one right now is my favorite, but I've gone through phases, so after I get these put on some cards, I'll show you what they look like. But I had fun. Watercoloring can be very relaxing, and when you don't know what to work on, you just play. So this is where I like to show you some of my thought process of where I go with my cards. So I had this scrap of paper, and I thought it went well with my colors in this first little panel. And to give it some contrast, I wanted to use this dark green, this like peacock color, pretty peacock color green. And I feel like this could be mounted on and be finished, but it feels like it needs texture. Now this brings some, the graphic of the herringbone, I guess you call that. The arrows, the dots, that gives it some, but it just doesn't feel like enough for me. So I start going to my fibers, and I have this, I'm not sure what this is called, but I have rolls of this stuff, and it's kind of like a crepe paper, and I think that will really bring it up. So look at the difference. So here's this color. Look at what a difference that might make in the card. And then here's if I do it with the same color, it will give it that texture I want. So I build my cards this way. I just keep going back and forth until I feel like it is hitting all the marks. So here's how the first card turned out. What do you think? I decided on the orange just to give some more color to the card, and I just had to add a green button because I have a bunch of green buttons and that color matched perfect. I put some twine behind it, and when I put on buttons, I often use this stuff called liquid stitch because it dries hard and clear. And so you can't even tell. It's on there nice and firm. So remember this little guy? Well, I have to confess, I had to redo him, cut him out, and I popped his head up so it really looks like he's holding that can of flowers. And I've I'm just using my scraps. I cut out a circle, and I'm thinking of doing this since I had stamped those light blue little dots all over. I thought that goes together. And I still have some of this blue, and I have a scrap that I thought went with it, and this. So I will show you how I finish up this card. All right, here's how this one turned out. I just love using those scraps, and I have some of this hemp cord, and I use that in the corner right there, and use some pearls that had a more of a yellow cast that I thought went well with that background paper. I'm glad I got to use that little scrap. I really wanted the orange to show, just to bring in the colors and make it more unified. I'm pleased with how this cutie patootie turned out, and I was able to fix it so that I could use it. The only thing I think it needs is a little bit of Wink of Stella, and that's just fun to add sometimes. So on to my final card. I have one more, so don't go away. We got to figure out what I'm going to do with this little guy. All right, I will be back with one more card. Well, here's how the final card turned out. What do you think? I used deckled edge dies from Stampin' Up, and I used the green and the orange paper that I showed you. I used some white, and I embossed it in an embossing folder with some lines just to give some texture. And my friend Laura gave me these little birds from Stampin' Up, those little gold birds, and added those in. I still had some of this little scrap of ribbon that I've been using, and I think it turned out pretty darn cute. I had planned to make it an easel card, and then I started gluing things on, and you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. Next time, maybe it'll be an easel card. I did use an Impression Obsession die that did the grass, and have him tromping through the grass with that little can of flowers. So I hope you enjoyed these. I would love to know which one is your favorite. I kind of felt like these were very similar in the colors, but those were scraps that I'm having. And then I went in a different direction with this one a little bit. So let me know which one is your favorite. I am really glad I salvaged my little mouse, because this one is my favorite. So I would love for you to like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing. I hope I was able to give you a little inspiration today, and that it made you smile, and that maybe you learned something new too. So until next time, I hope you're having a great crafty day, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.